What if I told you aliens might already be walking among us? Not in the distant future, not in another galaxy, but right here, right now. And the most shocking part? Governments, scientists, even astronauts might already know, and they don't want you to know. UFOs and modern disclosure. For decades, UFOs were dismissed as conspiracy theories. But then the Pentagon admitted the unthinkable. In 2020, the U.S. Department of Defense released 3 declassified Navy videos showing unidentified craft moving at impossible speeds. Navy pilots called them tic-tacs because they looked like giant white capsules darting through the air, faster than any fighter jet. One pilot, Commander David Fravor, said the craft dropped from 80,000 feet to sea level in less than a second. No sonic boom, no visible propulsion, just gone. And in 2023, a whistleblower testified to Congress that the government is hiding recovered alien craft and even biological material of non-human origin. Think about that. These aren't random YouTubers making claims. These are decorated military officers, trained observers. Are they lying, or are they finally breaking the silence? Ancient civilizations and evidence in stone. But this story doesn't start in the skies. It begins thousands of years ago, etched in stone. The Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with incredible precision to the stars of Orion's belt, built from 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing 80 tons each. Even with today's cranes, moving them would be a challenge. The Nazca lines in Peru stretch for miles, giant figures of animals and shapes only visible from the sky. How could ancient people without airplanes design something that makes sense only when viewed from above? And then there are the Mayans. Their calendars tracked astronomical events with incredible accuracy, predicting solar eclipses thousands of years in the future. Across every culture, there are stories of sky beings, gods descending from the heavens, teaching agriculture, mathematics, even medicine. Were they myths, or were they memories of something very real? Area 51, Bob Lazar and secret technology. Let's fast forward. You've heard of Area 51. For decades, the U.S. government denied it existed. Then, under pressure, they admitted it's a classified testing facility. But then came Bob Lazar, a man who claimed to have worked inside. According to Lazar, he was tasked with reverse engineering alien spacecraft. He described a propulsion system using element 115 years before scientists officially synthesized it. Critics called him a fraud. But over time, details he revealed were proven accurate. For example, the existence of the base he worked at, S4 near Area 51, was confirmed later. If even half of Lazar's that story is true, then alien craft aren't just being studied, they're being hidden, exploited, and maybe even rebuilt. Famous encounters and mass sightings. And it's not just secret facilities. Around the world, ordinary people and credible witnesses have reported encounters. The Phoenix Lights, 1997. Thousands saw massive triangular craft silently gliding over Arizona. Entire families recorded it. The governor ridiculed it, only to later admit he had seen it himself. The Rendlesham Forest Incident, 1980. U.S. Air Force officers stationed in England reported strange glowing lights in the forest. Some claimed to touch a metallic craft. They recorded notes, audio, and even reported radiation levels at the site. And then the Zimbabwe aerial school encounter, 1994. More than 60 schoolchildren said a UFO landed near their playground. They described beings with large eyes who communicated telepathically. Independent investigators found the children's stories consistent and eerily detailed. So, either entire towns, entire schools, entire air forces are lying, or something truly extraordinary is happening. Why the cover-up? If the evidence is so overwhelming, why hide it? Governments argue, to prevent panic. Imagine waking up tomorrow and learning aliens exist. Would religions collapse? Would economies fall apart? Would people riot in fear? But there's another darker reason: technology. If a government really possesses alien craft, that's not just a discovery, it's the ultimate weapon. Anti-gravity propulsion, unlimited energy, advanced materials. Whoever controls it, controls the world. So ask yourself, is this about protecting the public or protecting power? Underwater UFOs, the hidden oceans. When we think of aliens, we usually picture the skies. But what if the real mystery is below us, in the oceans? In recent years, Navy sonar has recorded fast-moving objects underwater, called USOs, unidentified submersible objects. Pilots describe craft that can enter the water at high speed, with no splash, and continue moving faster than any known submarine. One shocking case happened in 2019, when U.S. Navy destroyers off the California coast reported swarms of unidentified craft flying above them and then plunging into the ocean. The footage was later confirmed as authentic. Here's the thing, over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. We know more about the surface of Mars than our own deep seas. If an intelligent species wanted to hide on Earth, where better than the vast unexplored oceans? Imagine cities on the ocean floor, alien bases hidden beneath the Mariana Trench. What we call UFOs in the sky may actually be coming and going from the sea. And the truth is, we'd have no way of knowing. Astronauts and space encounters. If you think aliens are just for conspiracy theorists, listen to the astronauts. Buzz Aldrin, the second man on the moon, once said that Apollo 11 saw a mysterious light following them on their way to the moon. NASA explained it away as panels falling off the spacecraft, but Aldrin never seemed fully convinced. Gordon Cooper, one of NASA's original Mercury astronauts, swore he saw UFOs while piloting fighter jets. He testified before the United Nations in 1985, saying UFOs were real and governments were covering them up. Even Edgar Mitchell, the sixth man on the moon, openly claimed that aliens had visited Earth and that world governments were hiding the evidence. And it's not just American astronauts. Russian cosmonauts reported glowing objects in orbit and even humanoid figures outside their spacecraft. These are highly trained professionals, the best of the best, people whose careers depend on accuracy and credibility. When they risk their reputations to speak out, we have to ask, what did they really see out there in the darkness of space? Modern science and the search for life. Beyond conspiracy and legend, science itself points toward alien life. Astronomers using the Kepler Space Telescope have already identified thousands of Earth-like planets in habitable zones around distant stars. Some of these worlds could have oceans, atmospheres, and conditions strikingly similar to our own. In 2020, researchers detected phosphine gas in the atmosphere of Venus, a chemical that, on Earth, is produced by life. Though the finding is debated, it raises questions. Are we looking in the wrong places for life? In 1977, scientists recorded the famous WOW signal, a mysterious radio burst from deep space that matched what an alien transmission might look like. To this day, no one has explained it. And then there's the Oumuamua object, spotted in 2017 passing through our solar system. It didn't behave like a comet or asteroid. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb suggested it could be a probe sent by an alien civilization. The deeper science digs, the more the lines blur between speculation and possibility. The odds are stacking higher and higher against the idea that we are alone. Are aliens already among us? Now let's go deeper. What if aliens aren't out there? What if they're already here? Some theories suggest they live among us, disguised as humans. Others say they live deep underground or beneath the oceans. Remember, more than 80% of the ocean is unexplored. What better hiding place? There are even theories of shapeshifters, time travelers, or hybrid programs where humans and aliens interbreed. Sounds insane, but so did flying machines before the Wright brothers. Look around you. That strange neighbor who never seems to age. That coworker who's a little too perfect. What if they're not human at all? The numbers game. Are we alone? Here's the math. Astronomers estimate over 100 billion galaxies in the universe, each galaxy with billions of stars, many with planets in the so-called Goldilocks zone, capable of supporting life. The odds that Earth is the only planet with life? Almost zero. Statistically, aliens must exist. The question is not if, it's when and where and how close. So maybe aliens aren't coming. Maybe they've been here all along, watching us, studying us, maybe guiding us, maybe controlling us. The real question is, how much longer can they hide the truth? Do you believe aliens are already here, or is this the greatest cover-up of our time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned, because the truth is out there, and together, we're going to uncover it.